Hello folks, Shintai Curl here, that dude in the straw hat, bringing you the next part of my countdown to Pirate Warriors 3 Let's Play. Last time we took a group look at one of the three great powers of the Grand Line, the Four Emperors. Now we're taking a look at the first one to be introduced in the story proper, Shanks. As always, all the information provided here comes straight from the One Piece Wiki. So if you want to learn more about these characters, head on over to One Piece Wiki to get all your informational needs. Or just be like me and read the manga or watch the anime. Trust me, it's good. So let's get started. Red-haired Shanks is the captain of the red-haired pirates and one of the Four Emperors. He is the pirate who inspired Luffy to go on his journey as a pirate. He also found the gum-gum fruit that was accidentally eaten by Luffy himself. Personality. Shanks is one of the most laid-back characters in the world of One Piece, preferring to take his time as he and his crew travel around the world rather than rushing from one place to another. Shanks is not cruel like many other pirate captains, nor does he rule over his crew with fear to gain respect. His friendly nature means that he will not purposefully seek to harm others, and he is able to make serious characters like Dracul Mihawk join him in his fun. However, despite how simple-minded he at first appears, Shanks is a complex person with some rather difficult to understand views. For example, he believes that if two people share very different views, it's better that they go their separate ways. Shanks doesn't seem to mind what happens to himself. He will take others throwing food and drinks at him, or even spitting on him without fighting back, and laugh with his crew at his own misfortunes. Even losing an arm didn't bother him much. However, he will never forgive you if you attack one of his friends. Shanks and his crew are almost always seen partying and drinking alcoholic beverages, whenever they make an appearance, as the captain's favorite pastimes are attending and hosting parties and banquets. According to Oda himself, Shanks is the one character that resembles himself the most out of the One Piece characters because of his fun-loving partying nature and cheerful personality. He also is against the idea of needless bloodshed, even if honor is involved, and so far seems to only step up to fight when a friend is in danger. He also seems to admire those who have courage, having protected and commended Kobe for gathering up his courage to stop the war, as the young Marine believed it was pointless to continue. Shanks also has skills in diplomacy, as shown when he brokered a ceasefire between the Whitebeard pirates and the world government. His skills in diplomacy are so great that he managed to convince Sengoku to agree to his proposition, even though Sengoku had a strong hatred of pirates. He also likes teasing people, as demonstrated by his apparent reactions to Luffy as a child. Oda also states that if a child asks Shanks for a devil fruit, he teased them about it being 10 years old, too young to eat one. Shanks himself was like Luffy as a child in his younger days. Despite being calm and brave most of the time, Shanks sometimes reacts in ways that are not always fitting what others expect of him, a trait noted by Buggy as having always annoyed him. These include panicking when things go wrong, or shrugging off Buggy's angry disposition towards him to greet him in a friendly manner. He also seems to carry about a somewhat deep personally something deeply personal within him, as when he speaks about the three scars to Whitebeard, he gets serious about the situation concerning Teach. Even though he has traveled the world, Shanks believes that the best sake can be found in his hometown in the West Blue. When he with Whitebeard, he refers to alcohol as healing water. Like other characters in One Piece, Shanks has his very own unique laugh, starting with a da, i.e. da ha 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 ha. Abilities and powers. Little is known about what Shanks can actually do, as he has not been seen heavily engaged in battle yet. However, as a member of the Four Emperors in the New World, his raw physical strength is immense. Shanks did not fear Whitebeard, the world's strongest pirate, whereas some pirate captains quiver at the mere mention of his name. Rockstar also used his captain's name to convey to Whitebeard the importance of the letter he delivered to him. With enough strength to clash with Whitebeard, Shanks is feared by almost all pirates. It was stated by the Gorosei that he is one of the few people capable of stopping Teach. Admiral Akainu fought through many men and a few warlords to get to Luffy, but when Shanks appeared, he did not even want to challenge the warlord. He appears to be an excellent swimmer as well, having reached young Luffy in the middle of the sea before a Sea King could devour him. According to Buggy, as a young man, Shanks was a stronger fighter, and had it not been for his ideals, Buggy might have wanted him for his crew. As a member of the Emperors, Shanks' name alone commands great power, as Buggy himself proved. His assertion that he had previously had a brotherly bond with Shanks is one of the many things that earned him the respect of the impaled down inmates. In addition, Buggy did not shy away from using the names of Shanks and his previous captain, Gold D. Roger, to maintain his respect amongst them. Even the fact that Buggy was seen back-talking to Shanks was seen as a testament to Buggy's own power by the former prisoners, not aware that the two have always acted like this and mistakenly thinking that it was because Buggy was not afraid of an emperor. Shanks commands enough power to end the war at Marineford with just words. When he stated that there was to be no more fighting, no one stepped up to challenge him, even though the Marines were fired up after the deaths of Ace and Whitebeard. When Shanks offered to fight the very overconfident and pompous Blackbeard, who moments before had boasted about destroying the island after taking down Fleet Admiral Sengoku and Vice Admiral Garp after having already killed Whitebeard, Blackbeard declined and decided to leave, as he felt it was too soon for his crew to take on Shanks. Furthermore, when Shanks requested that Whitebeard's and Ace's dignity at death would not be violated, Sengoku himself decided to call off the war and offered to take responsibility, showing that despite being a pirate, Shanks had earned Sengoku's respect, something that no other pirate other than Whitebeard is shown to have achieved. Swordsmanship. Shanks is usually portrayed as a swordsman. He was capable of swimming 10 years ago, meaning that he did not consume any devil fruits at the time when he was a rival to Mihawk. While he uses his swordsmanship skills are barely shown, the fact that he was able to match a blow from Whitebeard with only one arm is a clear indication of the strength he puts behind his attacks. Shanks is also powerful enough to stop Akainu's magma fist using his sword and Bushushoku Haki. Since Mihawk is classified as the world's greatest swordsman, and Shanks is a former rival of his, it can be assumed that Shanks is an extremely proficient swordsman. Shanks appears to have favored his left arm before losing it, as he is always seen holding his sword with his left hand during flashbacks. Haki. Shanks can utilize at least 2 of the 3 types of Haki. He has shown mastery over those 2 types when he used them. Even Whitebeard complimented Shanks for his Haki when he came for his visit. Bushushoku Haki. When Shanks and Whitebeard clashed with their weapons, the heavens split apart, hinting that the incredible Bushushoku Haki that the Emperor had imbued in them. During the Battle of Marineford, he was able to imbue Bushushoku Haki into his sword and block a Logia attack. Shoku Haki. Shanks is capable of using this particular Haki, an ability that only 1 in a million people can use. After saving Luffy from a Sea King, Shanks was able to frighten it off with a single glare using this ability. Later, when Shanks was boarding Whitebeard's ship for their meeting, a large amount of Whitebeard's crew, experienced men who have survived in the New World, lapsed into unconsciousness, and the ship itself began to take damage from Shanks' mere presence. Whitebeard's men attribute this to his vastly superior Haki. Oda mentions in an SBS that Shanks could have knocked out all 100,000 Fishmen pirates and opposing the Straw Hats during the Fishman Island arc with his Haoshoku Haki, while Luffy only managed to overwhelm half of them. Weapons. So far in the series, Shanks has only been seen wielding a sword in combat. His sword is a saber. His saber seems to be rather larger than a normal one. The sword has a single-edged blade with a large handguard. Shanks is shown with 2 different swords during his time as an apprentice aboard Gold Roger's ship and during his stay in Luffy's hometown. And that is it for the profile of red-haired Shanks. Wow! A little under 10 minutes. This might be the shortest profile we have ever had. Damn, that finally beat Chopper. But yeah, That was red-haired Shanks. Tune in next time as we profile the legend himself, the badass of badasses, Whitebeard. If you've liked what you've heard, link, comment, subscribe below. Got any questions or comments, or just want to talk One Piece, leave them below. I'll get back to you. You want to support the channel? Just give a nice little one-handed chop to that like button, or otherwise, just click on one of the advertisements around the channel. It really just takes a second out of your day. Or if you want to donate directly, the tip jar is up there. You know what to do. So until next time, this has been Shin Tiger Curl, that dude in the straw hat, saying good day, and I got red hair.